Kick off your shoes, stay right there. Sit yourself down in an easy chair. Buck's gonna give us a taste of the outdoor life. We got ducks to hunt and fish to catch. He might even take us to a shooting match. Let's join Buck for a bit of the outdoor life. Now, if you've been wishing for a little fun, Buck's gonna show us how it's done. There's no better time in the world, you know, than Buck McNeely's outdoor show. We got high adventure with a natural flair. You can see it all from your favorite chair. Let's join Buck for a taste of the outdoor life.
Welcome to the show. I'm Buck McNeely. Today we've got an interesting adventure for you. We're up in Rochester, Minnesota to hunt Canada geese. Stay tuned. It all begins right after this. Our adventure takes us to Rochester, Minnesota. About an hour south of Minneapolis, Rochester is home to about 110,000 residents. It's best known as the home of the Mayo Clinic. Outside the city is vast expanses of farmland. Lots of corn, wheat, and soybeans are grown on the flat prairie lands of Minnesota. This attracts migratory waterfowl to this area. The birds require lots of feed. We're the guest of Dean Talugan, a seasoned outfitter based in Rochester.
Hi, I'm Dean Talugan from Premier Flight Guide Service. We run an operation out of Rochester, Minnesota. Been doing this since 1997. We offer pit hunting, and then also in the spring we offer spring snow goose hunts in Arkansas, Missouri, and South Dakota. So got a good opportunity here. We have Silver Lake in the Rochester area that a lot of geese winter, and it's awesome hunting. So if you ever get a chance, come down and give us a shot.
This time of year, it's only the big Canada goose.
Typically this time of year, we're right in the middle of December here. A lot of the small geese have left, and the Canada geese that come here every year in winter get along the river system, and those are the big ones that people come to get a shot at.
It is mid-December right now, and it's 40 degrees. Is this unusual?
Very unusual. Typically, like I'd warn most people, if they booked a hunt 2 months ago, that prepare for -0, -5 degrees, and we're gonna wait for the geese to fly. Could be in mid-afternoon, but we're experiencing a 50-degree day on December 12th or 14th or whatever it is.
All right, anything we need to look for out here in the field?
We're just gonna look for geese, number one, and other than that, we're at it working hard.
Yeah, today we're in layout blinds over a frozen mine pond, so should be interesting to see how this works out.
Absolutely, yeah, we have an ice eater in, and we're doing something a little different to try to attract the geese to come to water, anything coming by, so let's go give it a shot here.
The first morning found us in a pit in the middle of a cornfield. We got geese milling around. The guys are calling, we're covered up in a blind here. And if they get in close enough, they hit a buzzer, like a lunch bell, and we stand up and start shooting. So this is kind of a cool way to goose hunt. Down on the ground, got wood blinds, got a heater here if we need it, and geese flying around. Let's see what happens on this flock.
Oh, way to go, guys! There you go! He wasn't coming back, guys.
Well, here's that first goose that came in on us. Everybody rolled him out nicely. Great big bird. Look at the size of this monster. I bet he weighs 10, 11 pounds. Anyway, what we're doing here today is trying to lure these geese that come in off of the river and start flying along the tree line out over the field to where we're in these pits. Got little 2-man pits, well concealed, got about 300 or 400 decoys out here. So this first one came in nice. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. Hopefully we'll get a bunch more. What's your name, young fella?
Brandon Adams.
Brandon Adams, where you from?
Okoboji, Iowa.
Iowa, all right. What brings you up here today?
Well, goose hunting.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, have you done much goose hunting in your life?
Nope, this is actually my first time.
Oh, well, we need to get you a goose. You deer hunt?
I've been out a few times, still haven't shot my first deer.
Man, you gotta get one of those in the books too.
Yep. There's a lot I gotta get done.
Yeah, well, you're still young. How old are you?
16.
16 years old. Yeah, you got a lot of good hunting, a lot of good adventures still in front of you.
I hope so.
Hopefully we'll get you a goose on this trip.
I hope so too.
We've seen a few.
Yeah?
We've had several that came in close and didn't quite get in there right. We've got one down on the ground so far.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. Whoa! Wow. Man, that was pretty. That was pretty. We got a crip out there that may swing around. This is that goose that hit right next to Brandon. Almost hit him in the head, and man, it thunked and made a big loud sound. I didn't shoot that goose, one of the other guys in the middle did, but it sailed right here and hit and almost took poor old Brandon out. But look at that big bad boy. This big bird. Well, that was nice the way that flock hooked around, made several swings, and finally came in close, and we got some shooting, got 4 or 5 birds out of that one. So that's what we've been waiting for all day, is to get a flock that'll come in and work like that. You know, when you call them and you got a good decoy spread and they come in and get closer and closer and you see them. That's good stuff. Stay tuned. We got more action from Minnesota coming up right after this. The second day found us in another pit in another cornfield. There I met a couple of fine gentlemen in the next pit over. What's your name?
Barry Cruz.
Hi, Barry.
Jeff Knutson.
Jeff? Where you guys from?
Northwest Iowa, a little town called Fostoria.
Ah. Well, you joined us here in the pit up here in Rochester, Minnesota. Have you hunted up here before?
No, this is the first time that we've been up here. We kind of came up here under we had a program with Ducks Unlimited. We're at a banquet. We had the opportunity to purchase this hunt. So Jeff and I decided that maybe that'd be kind of a cool thing to do, and here we are.
Well, I'm glad you guys were able to join us, and hopefully we'll have some good shooting here over the next couple of days. Have you hunted geese before?
Yeah, we do it pretty regularly back in Northwest Iowa. We have anywhere from 20 to 30 days in the fall.
Ah, so it's one of your favorite things then, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Hey, you know, I've always found that guys that hunt and fish are pretty good fellas. You know, and a guy that doesn't hunt and fish, I don't necessarily trust them. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Well, it's a little frosty out, but not as bad as it normally is this time of year for Minnesota.
No, it's a little warm right now, and goose hunting's a little tough, but we're
having a good
time. That's what we came
That's
up
what
here
it's all
for.
about.
We're doing it.
Shoot till it's empty, right?
There you go.
If need be.
Yeah, they're just steering off to the right. They're heading back. Nice shooting. Nice shooting, boys.
I got one. Did you get him?
Boy, that was nice the way those 4 hooked around. We got 3 of the 4. The other one looked like he was hit, but I think he sailed off. But more importantly, our buddy Brandon over here got his first goose. Brandon, tell us about that goose.
All right, so I was really excited. The guides blew the buzzer, and I hopped up, saw all these geese flying right over top of us, and I picked this guy out and fired all 3 shots out of my gun. He dropped, and I was so excited at that point because it was my first goose, and that's a pretty big deal to me. This has been a really fun hunt so far, and you know.
Hey, we're proud of you. Well done, Brandon. Well, that was real nice, that first group hooking around, getting in right, and man, they were right here. You guys made some good shots. We got 3 of the 4. Let's see what else this day brings. All right, well, we got 1 of the 2. We were a little late getting up on that. They were already out here. We should have jumped up when they were right here. But we got 1 of the 2, and that's the way it is sometimes. Out here in the goose pit. Hey, this guy right here is Tony Peterson. He's with Iowa Ducks Unlimited, and he's the fella that introduced me to Rochester, Minnesota goose hunting and invited me to come up here. And we're having a blast, Tony. Thanks for bringing us up.
Yes, we are. The birds are starting to cooperate a little bit today.
Well, it's spotty. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's kind of slow. But you know, that's goose hunting.
Yeah, it is. That's hunting in general, yes.
Well, part of the problem is it's unseasonably warm. For mid-December, it's 45 degrees.
Who would have thought that? It should be out here freezing is what we should be doing.
And a foot of snow on the ground and the whole bit. But you know what? You pay your money, you take your chances, and there are birds here, and we've been able to work some in and get some good shooting in, and that's the main thing. So tell me about your Ducks Unlimited program there in Iowa.
Well, I'm glad you were a part of it, and I appreciate you coming up here. So what we did this year for the Iowa Great Lakes Ducks Unlimited is we brought the youth involved and a couple other guys from Iowa to expose them to actually guided goose hunting in Rochester. Anybody that hasn't done it should experience with us. Prairie does an excellent job. They got top-notch guides. Those guys can call. They set decoys. They do everything top-notch.
Well, and if you want to hunt the giant Canada geese, you almost have to come to a place like this to get into them because they're not as widespread as the greater Canada.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's definitely a nice hunt. Everybody should experience at least once. They are some big birds when they're out there floating, aren't they? They look like easy targets, but...
Hey, these big birds will go 12, 15 pounds a piece, and that is massive for a goose. I've hunted birds all over the world, all the major flyways in North America, down into Mexico and Argentina. And for somebody that doesn't understand about what waterfowl hunting is all about, they kind of think we're crazy to get up at the crack of dawn, break ice to set up decoys, and sit in cold and rain and nasty goose pit scenarios, but we love it, man.
When them birds are locked and coming down, there's nothing better.
It's hard to describe that to somebody that doesn't goose hunt, but it is an exciting way to spend a day, and we're glad to have the opportunity to join you. Thank you, Tony.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Buck.
What we've got out here is some layout blinds near a sand pit. There's a little pond out here that's iced over for the most part. He's got Bigfoot decoys standing on top of the ice. Little open water over here to the left. There's some floaters in that. So kind of a cool little setup here in the middle of a big sand and gravel pit with ice and floaters and shell decoys. Like the setup. We'll see what happens today.
Take him, guys.
That was amazing the way those geese worked. They came in from the left here and they circled us 2 or 3 times, real slow. The guide was calling, just kind of barely clucking at them, giving them some little confidence builders there. And then 2 of them peeled off from the main flock and was dropping down and was getting ready to set. The main flock was still up, and the guide said, let's get these 2. So we were able to jump up, knock them out. Rest of the flock spooked off. We never got a shot at them because they were a little out of range. But that was beautiful the way they worked in here. We'll have a good chance of getting some more should they fly out over this ice here. Our guide is a small guy. He weighs about 100 pounds. So he's able to get out on that ice. Feel pretty confident. I wouldn't get out on that ice.
Some big ones at least.
Well, that was nice the way they worked in.
Yeah.
And you did a good job just barely clucking at them, just enough to give them confidence.
So it's a touchy deal with.
Yeah.
Kind of just gotta toy with them a little bit and feel them out. But.
All right, let's get the next batch.
I'm ready.
Kill these guys.
Man, that is a classic example of why you need to get geese in right in your face, because these birds were a little marginal. They probably weren't going to make another swing through. We jumped up, gave them a try. We hit them, but the steel shot at that range just didn't roll them out, unfortunately. So when you're hunting these big birds, you really want to get them in as close as you can to have maximum opportunity to roll them out. And unfortunately, even with all these guns here, all those shots going off, we didn't scratch anything out. Well, that's hunting though.
Kill these guys.
That was beautiful, boys. We didn't even see those 2 geese until the last second. Our guide down on the end just happened to turn and look, and he spotted these 2 coming in. They didn't make a sound. We covered up. They came right in. We jumped up and rolled them both out nicely. So good shooting down there. I'm proud of everybody. Now we got to send that guide out on the ice. That always makes me nervous.
Kind of redeemed ourselves from the last flock, I think, there a little bit. Huh?
Oh yeah, look at the size of that one in your right hand.
I mean, that's a nice bird.
Bring me that big bird there. Both big. You think that's a giant?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a giant. Man,
yeah.
Look at the size of that. I think that's the biggest one we've gotten this week so far.
The head on him.
Incredible. I bet that's a 15-pound goose right there. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, yeah. You can see they got the big block heads on them and the massive body. That's the giant Canada goose right there, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes you got to come to places like Rochester, Minnesota to encounter them, because you just don't find them everywhere. But we've gotten into a few of them, and I think this is the biggest bird of the week.
Yeah, that's definitely a giant there.
Outstanding. You want to come take him? Sure. Put him into the decoy spread. Well, we got some geese today. Did everybody have fun?
Oh yeah.
Hey, for more information on hunting up here in Rochester, Minnesota, contact Premier Flight at the following address and phone number. I'm Buck McNeely. Join me again next time for another exciting adventure on The Outdoorsman.